Hello, beautiful ones. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are enjoying your day, maybe your evening, maybe your morning, wherever you are in the world. So I am simply waiting for more of you to join. Today we have a special connection, as we will definitely talk about actual energies, but I want us to really feel the energies. I really want us to feel how we can transmute that with ease. And that's what is important. I have a few little hellos. If ever you haven't given your authorization to StreamYard to use your name, unfortunately, I won't see it. But hello, Maritza. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. So yeah, if you're asking how to give your authorization or permission for StreamYard to use your Facebook name so you can appear here, just check the description of this video. You'll see that at the bottom, there's a little link. It will take 1 minute or so. So if you're joining me for the first time, well, welcome to this amazing group. This group has been created, I would say, almost 2 years ago, and it always had the same mission. The mission, of course, changed over time with the energies and my own progression, but it was for lightworkers to meet, but not specifically create a networking community, even though I know it's happening in the background and some of you are connecting together. It was more a platform, a vortex where lightworkers could be able to come to get activated, to get news about the energies, and also to talk about what it is requiring for you, for us to be lightworkers and to awaken to this new energy. So I hope you see me correctly. I know the video for me is kind of showing some glitches. So let me know if you see me well and hear me well. I would appreciate that. So yeah, so this community is welcoming all light workers, the awakening ones, the rising ones, the professional ones. But it's a place where light workers can just feel the upgrades, feel the updates on a global and collective level, but also individually. And everything I share is always based on what people need, on what I'm channeling and what I feel light workers need at this point. So yeah, Krista, thank you for seeing this. You're hearing me and seeing me fine. Yeah. So maybe it's on my side here. So welcome. If you're meeting me for the first time, I'm Natalie. I am a multidimensional channeler, which means I connect to all dimensions. I just don't connect with one type of collectives, one type of archangels or angels. It's all light beings, all galactic beings. It's the Galactic Federation. It's everybody's higher selves. It's everybody's star team. It's whomever wants to speak and give us some kind of reactivation if ever our energies were a little bit confused or stagnant, or any kind of message that our group needs to receive right now. And when I work, of course, one-on-one or in a small group setting, I connect to my students' higher selves. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Can you say hello? This is my mommy. Josette Guignard is my mama. She's here watching us from YouTube. Hello, Josette. Bonjour. So this container, or I should say that I adapt, of course, depending on what you guys need. But when I work with my students one-on-one or in a small group setting, it's all about the connection with the higher self and star team. It's whatever you guys need. Today, we're going to talk about actual energies. But before we talk about that, I want to invite you once more to the vortex I have created. Hello, Elizabeth. I'm happy to see you here too. So the vortex I have created almost 4 weeks ago is still going. It will be going through its own mutation on Friday, but there's so many things you may want to watch. So I don't think I can post the link here, but I will as soon as I end this video. It's called Revealing the Great Shift. You have a lot of activations. Let me tell you which activations have been channeled so far if you're not in the group. I know most of you are here in the group, but just in case, we had different sessions, some around playfulness, how to ignite your intuition and feeling activated by the process, reconnecting to your initial coding, what you have been coded with, and of course activating it. Galactic recalibration, grounding in alchemy. We have some mini cosmic sessions or mini sessions with some of the participants, so they receive either 10 minutes of connection, so channeled guidance, and some lucky ones will receive 30 minutes. So there's some upcoming ones too. There's some podcasts around connecting to your own divine truth and all the ascension symptoms. There's a lot of Maitreya's teachings in that group. Maitreya is the master guide of this vortex, the vortex we have created, and we have so much more coming up. Wednesday we have a connection with Delphine. She's going to receive a 30-minute channeled guidance, and everybody's going to benefit from it. It's always happening this way. Wednesday at 2 p.m. we have a reconnection with the higher self and star team, which is, if ever there's still some kind of interferences between you and your collective, your star team, then this will help to solidify the connection. On Thursday, we have light language code activation. So it's the initial activation. It would take a little bit longer for me to really develop a process where you could completely be activated and receive clearly your light language, but that will be a wonderful initiation. And Friday we'll have a closing ceremony because we're closing Friday. So that's it. But in this group, let's see who's there. Yes, there's so much. There's so much, and it's not over. I'm not going to say it here, and I'll say it probably tomorrow in the other group. But again, this group you're in right now, if you're on YouTube, you have a link to join that group. If you're on my personal profile page on Facebook, you have a link to connect to join this group. This group is not leaving. This group is the permanent group, has been there for many years, and it will remain, and it will fluctuate with external energies. But the other group called Revealing the Great Shift is just there because right now energies are highly activating. So why don't we close our eyes and simply enter a zone of total receptivity. And by doing this, you will be able to receive the information I will share from a heart-centered place. So you can feel how the information resonates, intuitively speaking, energetically speaking, and not from a mental aspect. I'm not here to share information that is revolutionary. On the other hand, I'm sorry, I kind of stumble today with my words. On the other hand, I'm here to activate you. So regardless of your level of awakening power, you will always activate something new whenever we connect together. It's always an upgrade. Marisa, you say, thank you for going through these. I was getting a bit confused of which one and why. Yes, I know. There's two groups, but this one is the permanent one. All right, you're invited to close your eyes right now. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and when you exhale, exhale through the nose. Let's do this at our own pace. Let's do this. Let's breathe in as deeply as we can without forcing your breathing pace and rhythm. Beautiful. So imagine a beautiful white light all around you. This white light is part of your energy field, but it has a special power. It allows you to connect to your higher self and star team. Every time you are in a meditative state, take the time to envision this bubble of white light around you. As this bubble of white light accelerates and solidifies without having the ego interfering with the data you receive from your higher self. Your higher self is your highest guidance. It will remain always the driver of the vehicle. It will always remain your GPS. It's your intuition. And it's always inviting other beings, galactic or light beings. It will always invite any kind of experience and sensation you are ready to integrate, you're ready to see, you're ready to transmute and integrate and turn into new ways of being you, completely you, to your highest potential on this planet, spreading your beautiful and radiant light around and impacting not only yourself as you accelerate your own healing by being in such vibrations and in such mode of expression, but you also help others around you get out of the matrix, get out of the illusion that life is only about work, family, sleep, eat, and repeat. Beautiful. So it's not impossible that light language will come through, as we're going to talk today about actual energies and how to really float with them, not under them and not around them, but really use them as a vector of elevation for you. So energies, as I said many times in the other group, right now for a period of 3 months, which is now a bit less than 3 months, it should impact us until, I would say, end of September, early October. These energies are an invitation to take action. These energies, whether for you it's summertime or wintertime, these energies are here to invite you to sit down in front of a mirror, whether it's a real mirror or it's just right now. You can imagine it. Keep your eyes closed and simply imagine that you see the reflection of yourself. And look at this version of self and see what she or he, what your other self, what the reflection of yourself is struggling with. What is lacking to this version of self so it can be completely empowered? So it feels that the higher self speaks through him, her, on a daily basis, 24 hours a day. What is it missing? So, per se, your higher self will say that you're not missing anything, you have everything, you're aware of everything, you have access to everything. But you know that the awakening, which is the reconnection to your star people, your higher self, and also feeling that you're completely activated energetically, that your intuitive powers are accessible all the time at their fullest potential. This is what you can attain. This is what you're meant to attain, with, of course, a clear vision of what your soul purpose is. But this vision of yourself on the other side, in the mirror, is reflecting what is still blocked within you. So have a look at it and have a conversation with this other self. This other self that is completely honest, vulnerable, and authentic, and that today can easily tell you, I'm scared. I'm hesitating. I don't believe fully in my powers. Nobody supports me. I feel alone on this journey. I don't connect to high energies. It doesn't seem to be available to me. Some of my friends are working with a lot more potent energies. How come I can't? Be honest with yourself and have that conversation with your reflection, that part of you who is really honest about what is blocking you. And while you're having this connection, this heart-to-heart conversation with yourself, just feel that it is the right time for you to do such deep work. We are supported by so many galactic beings in different forms, as some of them are vibrating at different dimensions. Some are closer to us physically. We can almost feel their presence in the sky, around us. They come in and out into the earth realm. They leave, they come back, they stay in the atmosphere, they come back in. Then you have those ones who are watching from a distance and can send their guidance simply by staying in the fifth dimensional and higher perspective. These beings are watching us more closely as they see that there are massive breaches in the matrix. Today we had such a wonderful session with my private community, my students. We meet twice a month, and I will invite you to join this container if you wish so. But we had such a wonderful session, one of the most powerful sessions I've ever had. And they were showing the matrix as a box, and you had the core of the matrix, which holds all the programs, what keeps us in that loop of reincarnation, of the same system, of the same vision around money, around power, around manipulation, around who lives, who survives, who's not, who's rich or poor. These are dense energies, and it's being more or less recycled from one incarnation to another. Some incarnations are lighter or more or happier, but it's still holding on to this density. That's the matrix, that's the program. But more and more people are getting out of the vortex as there are breaches. And they give us a wonderful image. Imagine the matrix, imagine the system as a box. There's a core sphere inside the box that updates its programs, that updates its energy, so it responds to the light, and it responds to so many souls who are leaving the matrix. So imagine this box, and what they were showing us, of course, I cannot reproduce the whole session, which included some energetic healing. But imagine that box with everything we call dense, everything we call misuse of power, whatever way it is being expressed on earth. And feel that in that box you have different holes. I have seen one of those holes, and I have created almost 4 weeks ago, a vortex called Revealing the Great Shift Vortex, which is another Facebook group. That was simply inspired, intuitively inspired by one of those breaches. But there are tons of them. And they're showing me that a lot of people like you are doing the work so they can get out of the box. And as soon as you get out of the box, you're still a human being. You still come back in your physical form. You still come back. Not that you're leaving your physical form, but you still have this vessel of yours. But you can easily go to higher realities and come back without feeling dense, without feeling the transition. So you can channel, you can do astral traveling, you can meditate, you can heal, you can connect to all the different light beings, you can connect to abundance, you can connect to self-healing and healing for others so quickly and without feeling totally and heavily impacted by the third dimensional reality. So that's why they kind of told me it's important that you open a vortex for that. But I am just one expression. I have just created this because my guides told me to do this, or my higher self told me to do this. But there's like tons and tons of people just visualizing, sensing those breaches in the matrix, and they organize different events. Some people do it on their own, and some people cross or get out of that loop unconsciously. And that was a surprise to see that some people were experiencing deep illnesses, sometimes near-death experiences at this time, so they can come back in their physical vessel as it is, but out of the box. It was quite interesting to see this. I'm telling you this as you might have visions of this. It's a very simplified way of talking about the matrix, those who are still being influenced by the matrix, those who are in the process of getting out of the matrix, which means seeing the breach in the box, going there, which is what we're doing right now. It is the awakening process. Awakening process equals seeing the light, aiming for it, and doing everything in your power to get closer to that doorway so you can easily cross and always stay in that light. But again, we're not talking about light as death. It's really not that. It's the light as my body, my being can connect to the fifth dimension and come back and do the dishes while still most of your aspect is in the fifth dimension. That's the awakening. It's exactly what it is. It's not leaving Earth behind. It's not leaving your body behind. It's not leaving all the humanity struggle with their own things behind. It's happening either way. It is happening either way. So think of it as a movement of migration. Souls are getting out of the matrix on their own volition. Some are pushed through the process by a deep, serious illness, life-threatening illness. Others had a near-death experience and are coming back. They're out. They're out in the light. They're out of the matrix. They're out of the box, out of the influence of the system. Do not be surprised if you have a lot of known people, celebrities, whatever their background is, but people who have a platform and they're already reaching a lot of people and they're coming with, and I'm talking about a lot. Interestingly enough, they talked about Madonna potentially having a different way of speaking about life, about power, about money, about sensuality, about what it is to be a human being. But she is one of many, and you have all the anonymous people who will wake up one day from a difficult situation where they may have crossed over, may have died, and they come back and they're shifting completely. So it's not a new concept. How many people, we have a lot of people who wrote books about that, and a lot are scientists. We're talking about the 90s. They have experienced near-death experience and they're coming back with a new vision. So that new vision was an incursion into the fifth dimensional reality. But now it's even more powerful, meaning that a person who's going through a near-death experience will, how could I say that? Will come back with a lot more powerful abilities and a lot more clarity than people who have experienced this 5, 10, 20 years ago. And it's not because of them. It's because of what humanity is ready for right now. It's because what you're ready to hold as a frequency. And it's because the collective energies are like, guys, we need to activate the whole thing. All this work that has been done in the spiritual and lightworker community was simply to prepare us to really enter the fifth dimension, while still being able to come back on the third to help our brothers and sisters who are doubting or wondering what to do, how to connect to their higher self, how to develop their intuitive powers, or maybe they're suffering, maybe they need healing, and this is what you could provide them. My work is more as an activator, as a mentor. So everybody, yes, I call them light workers because that's the way we describe people who have started the process of awakening. But in the end, it's available to everyone. My work is to really, as quickly as possible, not that there's a rush, but that is the way energies are right now. Energies are really moving us towards self-healing, which is what I call the awakening light worker, and then sharing your gifts, whatever platform or way you decide to do it. It doesn't matter. If for you, it's teaching how to cook and eat healthy, you are a light worker. If for you, it's to just hug kids every day and just tell them how beautiful they are, and that's all, that's not all, that's big, that you're a light worker. At this point, we're not, everybody's important. Everybody's important to spark hope and to spark the curiosity of, that's how it feels. The awakening is just us returning to self-love and love of others. We have heard it many times, but through different philosophies and religions. But this time, it's beyond the concept. It's not you forcing yourself to love the ones who hurt you, or to love yourself, even if you have done things you're not super proud of. It's to feel, vibrationally speaking, that I feel love. I just sense love. It feels good in my body when it's going through me. It feels good when I share it with others or when I receive it. And that is the real process. This is the real energy. The energy of love is activating anything else. But you can feel love when you cook. You can feel love when you give healing to a person. I feel tremendous love when I'm here. I feel your energies. I feel your higher selves. I feel your star team. Like, to me, here we're 100 people. Even though it says that we're 13 here, but we're 100 people. So I feel not only your love, even the one you feel you may not have every day for yourself and others, I feel it. I feel all the love that your guides are holding for you and those you will interact with. I feel your higher self's love. So for me, doing my job is an act of giving love and receiving love. So that is what will awaken everybody. So you are a light worker just by enjoying life. So if you have questions, please, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. Because when I'm gone, and it's going through, and I see wonderful people joining us. Tara is here, Gail is here. Wonderful. I'm so happy you guys are here. So let me know if you have questions around this. It's different perspectives on what is happening. There's the global and perspective, the global vision, which is the box getting out of the box, consciously or unconsciously. That is the global vision of the whole thing. But for you personally, it's to connect strongly to your higher self and your star team, so you feel supported and guided anytime in any situation, whatever you do. My work is to make sure that you connect clearly, deeply to your higher self and star team, so you don't rely on an external energy to tell you what life is, how life should be, what is your soul mission. You might need guidance at first. It's always the same way. We need somebody to get us out of our routine and our old patterns, so we can see that there's something out there, and then you can choose. You can choose how you want to lead your life. It's to give you the power, again, to decide what is right for you. So this whole journey is spiritual, it's energetic, it's physical, it's ascensional, it's everything. That's the whole process. So I'm just going to see if they have anything else to share. But again, please feel free to ask questions if you have. That might stimulate the channeling, that might stimulate more information to come through. What they want to say is that about the periods right now, the periods we're going through, is that it will last over a few years, but in every year there will be different periods, different phases within the second phase. Now we're in the second phase. The second phase is everything gets accelerated. But when I say accelerated, it's in comparison to the previous years, because it's not faster. It's not faster than what it should be. It's exactly at the pace of revelation and awakening it's meant to be. It's accelerated if we compare it, but it's just at the right pace right now. So they're saying that until end of September, early October, we'll be in a phase where do the work, heal yourself, find ways to heal yourself, get support to heal yourself, connect deeper, develop your intuitive powers. And when we develop the intuitive powers, it's not just to display an array of magical tools. It's for self-healing and self-guidance. And then you realize, oh my God, I have such a profusion of energy that I just don't need it to keep it for myself. But it starts by self-healing, self-connection with higher self and star team. And then you realize that, why would I keep that for myself only? It's there all the time. I can connect to it all the time. Then there's kind of a calling to share it with others, whatever your mission is. We all have a different mission. So right now, like I would say until October, it's all about doing the work. So if you don't, and you have the right to, you always have the choice. You might feel frustration, impatience, and a feeling that you're not on the right track. It's always a decision. Nobody can force you to really take action. Nobody can force you to really take care of your spiritual growth. Just being here, watching this, is already a sign you're sending to your star team and your higher self that yes, you're ready to do the work. But there's more to do. There's more to do. But the thing is that you're really not alone. Whatever you decide to do, I'm pretty sure you're following different people, offering different type of information with different gifts, and yourself maybe are teaching things to others. And I need also other light workers who are more or less on the same vibration to chat with them. Do you feel this? We're always evolving. We're always evolving. So you can do it on your own, but feeling that there's more and more of us going through this process is simply magical. Magical because it will be less heavy than it was the previous years. So right now, what feels triggering for most of us is the fact that things are happening faster. Not only are we guided to heal our wounds and our pains in a shorter time than before. Sometimes maybe we were like, It's okay, I'm dealing with the fear of speaking in public. It's not really important right now because I'm not speaking in public. And then you realize you're invited to talk about something and you realize, oh, I have no choice to face this fear. At this point, you will be like in that phase, you'll be triggered. If you refuse to really take action on your own from a conscious desire to change, then life, and when I say life, it's your higher self, and star team and guides, they will simply put you in a situation where you will have no choice. I give you the example of somebody who think that not dealing with the fear of speaking in public, and that doesn't mean on a stage, it could be just with your family and saying, I'm a light worker, I am channeling, I'm clairvoyant, I'm receiving things, I'm still developing more, this is what I can do, this is what I'm learning. Well, that could be the struggle you're facing right now, which is a fear of being you out there and speaking your truth, where you're at a point, if you still resist this, you will be sent some situations and events where you will be invited to face it. It's not new, it's the way life unfolds either way, but right now it's happening at a rate that you'd better face it. You'd better heal it. Whatever you need to heal it. I mean, what I offer is one way to help you heal. And yes, when you connect to your higher self and star team, when we work together, it does include emotional healing, ancestral healing, karmic healing, because your higher self, when it comes and speak through me to you and you channel with me, you're receiving not only information about what is the ideal steps for you to take or the process you need to create. These are data and advice you can actually apply in your life. But in the background, there's so much energy healing that fears, whatever fears are still in your reality, will get dissolved as we're receiving data. It's like a multi-layered kind of process that we're doing. So let me know if you have any questions. I will gently and slowly disconnect from our conversation today. I hope you understand a little bit more what is happening for you individually as you awaken in those new energies. I hope you understand a little bit better also what's happening collectively. But just to summarize it, it's just us getting out of the box of the illusion. For some, it will be easy. For some, it will be instantaneous. For some, it will be conscious. For some others, it will be unconscious. Either way is happening. Some who we consider not light workers will have the choice. They always have the choice. They're either dormant and they will slowly, maybe through the contact with you, they will realize there's something else out there than just this life. There's love, yeah, but this life. And maybe just being a friend of yours, maybe just being your partner, and they'll be totally awakened to the other dimensions. So they might be dormant and you'll be the ones who will activate them. And there's the other ones who prefer to remain with what they have, and they will be triggered too because the world is changing. So why don't we just end this beautiful conversation by closing our eyes, if ever you had closed your eyes, and simply say, I welcome all the energies of transmutation I am experiencing right now. I receive the guidance. I see the signs. I allow my body to transmute any new energy that wants to come through me so I can develop more of my intuitive abilities, so I can understand my journey, so I can feel my journey, I can embody my journey. This is happening now, and I have decided to surf the wave and not be watching the whole awakening happening. I want to feel my role. I want to feel my implication in this movement. Show it to me. Let me see what I need to heal. Let me see my ideal next steps. So they're saying that if the guidance doesn't come through right now, you will definitely see it in either through meditation or through dream time. You can repeat those words if you want to do it on your own. That will be the vortex. The vortexes are so big right now that just that kind of inquiry could uplift you and give so much clarity very rapidly. I'm sending you big hugs. I hope you liked that little session. Remember, we still have the other group. I will share again the link to get to the group if you're not there. I'm pretty sure most of you are in the group, but just as a reminder, if you're watching this and you're not part of Revealing the Great Shift, there's a lot of wonderful and powerful activations. There's 3 more coming up until Friday. Friday, this vortex will be transformed into another vortex. So it means that you'll be able to access it, but it will be a little bit different. If not, well, it will close officially for some of you. I wish you a wonderful night. I see some people are in Europe, so I know it's late for you guys. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good morning wherever you are in the world. And I hope to see you very soon in this group, as it will remain open all the time, and or maybe in the other group, in Revealing the Great Shift. All right. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for being here. Yes, Maritza, I'm sorry. I just saw your message before I was disconnecting. Yes, tomorrow there's an 11 and 2 p.m. Yeah. And let me see. I can tell you that. Yeah, exactly. One at 10 a.m. my time, okay, Pacific time, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Then Thursday, 11 Pacific time, which is the light language initial activation, and Friday at 1 p.m. Go back into the other group. I will tag you there, and I will tag anyone who's interested to have the link to get to the other group. It's free. It's totally free, but it's honestly, that could be a course on its own. And it's available until Friday. I can either tag you or let me know, or I'll put the link there. But that would be great if you could just join us. It's amazing. You have enough time to watch most videos. All right. Bye for now. It was a pleasure, and see you very soon. Bye-bye.